Hey team, so this is our weekly call. I need to just mute the TV, sorry. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and start. So I just wanna remind you guys that we have our event on Thursday, and we all need to be on that event at least. It starts at 7:30, so if we can at least be on by 7:20 the latest, and because that'll allow us to see our people getting on and stuff. So another thing is personally invite people. Personally send somebody a message like, hey, I'm going to say, hey, Crystal, I was just reminding you of our call or our event this evening at 7:30. I can't wait for you to see it, or whatever it is. Send that out as a reminder, because people do get busy and they have lives and they'll forget. Trust me. If Tessa wouldn't have reminded me, I probably wouldn't have been on that call with her or that event. And so continue to invite. We still have 2 more days, and to probably hit 100. We've hit 50, so we can probably hit 100, no doubt. And so I do need 2 people to comment and respond to people's questions. So if anybody can end up doing that, it would be great. Just kind of like replying to people with their questions, because I'm going to be focused more on uploading the videos. It's going to be very fast paced. So we're going to start at exactly 7:30. And then after that, we're going to go to the first video. After that, 3 minutes later, second video, then third. And it's just going to be so fast. So kind of need 2 people to look for comments, or everybody to just comment on people and respond and just be like, hey, respond to whatever their question is. And so we'll keep the flow of it going. And then I do want to talk about today, what I'm going to be mostly talking about is leadership. Now, I've been reading the 21 laws of the 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership, and it has been such an amazing book for me that I am learning so much just in leadership alone, and what it is that a leader really is, or what it is that a leader is supposed to look like. Now, with leadership, that word kind of scares a lot of people, because I think a lot of us think of leadership as management or a boss or somebody who tells you what to do. And honestly, that's not real leadership. So what I've learned is, I'm going to talk about a few of the laws. Now, one of the laws that I learned is called the law of process. The law of process is that you as a leader are literally daily going to have to learn to be a leader, because you're not made overnight. Leaders are not made just one day and that's it. You're a leader forever. Is every morning you get up, you choose to be a leader, you choose to lead your team, because as your team grows, you will begin to see that they're going to need you. They're going to need you for calls. They're going to need you for events. They're going to need you to help them, because they don't know initially what they're doing. And so since they don't know initially what they're doing, they're going to need help. And who's going to help them? Of course, you can help them. I'm here to help them as well, but I always want to tell your level ones and down below to go to you first, because you are leading your level ones. So my goal is to equip and help you guys to be able to lead your people. So that is the law of processes. Every day it's a process to be a good leader. And again, it's going to take a long time, because I was listening to a call by Celeste, and she says she is still, learning what a leader is. So it is something you learn consistently. And so I also want to talk about the law of addition. Now, I'm looking at some notes right here. The law of addition is adding value and serving others. So if you have a level 1 that needs your help, you shouldn't be like, oh, I can't believe you need me again. No, you should be honest, and you should just say, hey, at the moment, maybe you're not able to help them. Maybe another person can help them. Maybe I could help them, or maybe Tessa, or maybe Nick, and up, and going like up and up on your levels. And so just know that when you're a leader, people don't serve you. You serve people. Like, you're here to serve your level ones. Jesus, of all the people, Jesus was here to serve. That was his mission, was to serve. And Jesus served the people. He gave the message. He came, he died on the cross for us, for our sins, when we really didn't deserve that. Like, we could have gotten like, he could have said whatever, but he came, he served, and because of him, our sins are forgiven. So with that, by serving your team, you need to give them credit where it's due. So if your team does, let's say your team, somebody gets a preferred customer or somebody gets their first ambassador, definitely give them praise. Like, that's a big deal, man. Like, when somebody gets out there and reaches out and gets somebody, it's a big deal. So give them praise where it's due, because by you doing that, you're duplicating that for them to teach it to their level ones. You see what I'm saying? So it's a ripple effect you're teaching them. And so it goes and it goes, and you're teaching your level one will teach their level one, and it'll be like so cool to see everyone just praising each other. And so one of the quotes that John Maxwell said was, I believe the bottom line in leadership isn't how far we advance ourselves, but how far we advance others. So this business, Plexus, is not about you making it to diamond and that's it. No, you cannot make it to diamond unless you help other people make it to diamond as well. By you helping them go silver, gold, senior gold, ruby, senior ruby, emerald, etc., you're actually helping them succeed, and that in turn helps you succeed. So you can't succeed unless you're helping your level ones and their level ones succeed as well. So the next one is the law of solid ground. This one's easy, and I loved it because you just have to ask yourself, can your level ones trust you? Can your level ones trust that you're going to help them and be there for them? Can they count on you? Can they look towards you for help? You have to understand that without trust in your business, it's going to crumble. And it's something that probably a lot of companies that fail is because of leadership, is they didn't follow through or they didn't do something right. So just, gaining that trust from your level ones. If they're your friends, they trust you. Like, if you guys are tight, but what if it's somebody that just was referred to you and they don't know you? They have to get to know you. So they have to be able to trust you. And so the last thing I want to talk about, and I'm going through this call rather quickly, but the last thing I want to talk about is white lines and skeptics. This is not leader. It has to do with leadership, but it more than anything has to do with you and what you are to expect. So it goes with the law of navigation. So it does fall into leadership. The law of navigation is you foresee issues happening before they happen. So in the law of navigation, I'm going to just foresee something for you guys, is you guys will see white lines. And what a white line means is somebody that stops ordering, or a customer that stops, he's no longer ordering their preferred, or when an ambassador drops out and you'll see a white line. I have to prepare you guys to know that it's going to happen. That is bound to happen. And by that happening, I don't want you guys to be like, what happened? Like, be discouraged. You actually should grow from that. That's something that should help you, and it's going to help you guys succeed, because you're going to begin to notice that you have people in your business that you poured into, but unfortunately they just stopped, and because of that, when they stop, you're going to start to probably feel bummed. And so I'm just going to give you guys a heads up. When someone white lines, it's probably because they don't have the money anymore to be able to afford Plexus, okay? And you're going to be like, oh my God, I have to do everything to get that person back. Well, if it's finances, and you probably helped them, you tried to help them go silver and they didn't, that's something that they made a choice. So your job as a leader and somebody who sponsored them, your job is to help them, see, okay, how can we get you from being a white line to being, positive again, to being someone who can take the products now. Come up with a game plan. If they're not willing to do that game plan with you, then unfortunately, something I've learned with people is you can't force somebody to change their mind. unfortunately, with products and everything, you're going to have skeptics. You're going to have people who, for example, I had someone today who was super interested in the product. She messaged me. She was telling me, I'm so excited, la, la, la. And I was like, cool, like, let's get you started. Like, what do we need to do to get you started? Well, she messages me maybe 3 hours later, and she says, oh, I'm gonna hold off. And so I was like, okay, awesome, all right. And then I said, well, what's going on? Why the sudden change? And she said that she Googled something about Plexus and all these like results and people saying it's dangerous for kids, it's dangerous. And I took a step back and I was like, whoa, I kind of got offended, and I was like, hey, I would never put anything in my kid's body that I didn't think was safe. I researched the ingredients. I researched it, I know it's safe for me and my child. Well, she didn't think that. And so I pretty much got bummed. And then I said, you know what? Something that the Lord showed me a few days ago is you can't force someone to change their mind. Like you need to focus on the ones that are interested, the ones that want to know about the product, the ones that want your help. When Jesus, he had his 12 disciples, he was preaching, and he was like, brood of vipers and being super bold, but he was preaching and focusing and investing his time with his disciples, and that's what I feel like we are. Like, we need to invest in our ambassadors, invest in our customers that want the products, not put so much of your time and effort on that 80% of people who are skeptical, or the 80% of people who want nothing to do with the products, and you're trying here to convince them, and you're like, no, it is good, it's this and that, and you're wasting so much energy when you have this person, you have this ambassador who's like, hey, I'm here, I want to grow, I want to build a team, invest in me, me, come feed me, so don't put too much time and effort in the skeptic and in the person who white lines. Okay, so pretty much contacting, maybe, I don't know if you guys have encountered skeptics yet, or somebody who was interested and then saw something that scared them away. So just message them every other month, like, hey, how are you doing? How's it going? They are watching, trust me, they are watching your Facebook, and they are watching to see if you will quit, because, hey, they saw something bad, so they're waiting for you to see it. But you did your research, you looked at the ingredients, you looked at what it has, and you're like, hey, I'm confident in these products. And that's why you need to know about the business side and also the product side, because skeptics are good at looking at blogs and Googling stuff, and they will come and tell you like, hey, this product is found to have, craziest thing we've heard is it has bull semen. And we're like, what the heck? And so I laughed so hard because I looked at the ingredients and I was like, I don't think there's bull semen in it. Lex is slim, but okay. And so at least I know that because I researched like my chromium, I know what polydextrose is, green tea extract, green bean extract. I researched that stuff, so I know. And so you gotta be firm, you gotta be firm in your products and in the business and know why you're doing what you're doing. So skeptics can be like, oh, she knows her stuff. She knows what she's talking about. And so it's something that I experienced today, so I wanted to share with you guys. And also for you guys to train your level ones, to train them and let them know like, hey, you know what? It's probably this might happen, to you. This, you're going to see skeptics. You're going to see white lines. We're going to drop, and that's okay. Just keep adding more customers and more level ones. Just keep the ball rolling. Don't let it stop you. Don't let it discourage you. Just keep going, because out of maybe 100 people that you talk to, 20 want to know about the products, 20 want to know about everything. And so if you think about it, if you get 20 level ones, your level one gets 20 other ones, your other level one gets 20. That's how you get to diamond. That's how you get your business so big, because you focus on that 20 that want the business, So overall, I just wanted you guys to just know that, side note, this event for Thursday, for those who just got on, this event for Thursday is very, very, very quick and informative. So if you have anybody who is wanting to know about Plexus, just even the products, send them to this event on Facebook, Plexus Unwrapped. And if you don't know where that's at, hit up your upline and they will be able to guide you and direct you where you need to go. But seriously, I actually got into Plexus from an event. So I believe these events is where you get a lot of people, and we will have a very growing business from these events. So I'm pretty much done. That's it. I'm going to record this. I think I recorded it. So I'm going to end up recording it, stop the recording, and then I will upload it for anyone who wasn't able to be on the call. So